Hi, this is Pastor Bob, and welcome to Starbucks Confessional. We are actually sitting here in Starbucks. You can see the coffee beans behind us. It looks like this lady looks like she's scratching your head, Jamie.
It's okay.
We kind of need that a little bit, huh? I'm here with my good friend Jamie McCavanagh. And Jamie, you and I have been friends for, I guess, about 25 years or so. About that long?
Yeah.
And I love this guy. I trust him. And I've asked him to do our newest podcast called Righteous Rants with Jamie. Now, there's a reason we're calling it Rants, isn't there?
I would think so.
And why is that?
I kind of tend to do rants often.
There's some things you feel kind of strongly about.
Yeah, there is.
And Jamie, you're going to do this podcast about issues, about things that matter to you, basically things from your heart that you feel very strongly about. Name some subjects, some ideas that you have for the podcast. What are you going to be covering?
Well, I'm currently going through quite a bit, so I'm going to kind of share from that and what I'm learning, and also what I have learned. It's strictly opinion. That's all it is. But some of the issues are like unconditional love, relationships, this insane world that we live in, religious crap, that kind of stuff.
And you mean that in the very nicest way.
I mean that in the very nicest way.
Yeah.
But I'm an opinionated Irishman, and it's just going to come out, but I don't say something unless I feel very strongly about the subject, and I feel that I've somewhat, through my circumstances, have heard from the Lord with something.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's probably what it's going to be. Well, I don't know. Some stuff is going to be a series of one subject, and some of it's just going to be just one loud rant, but we'll see.
So, Jamie, when you became a Christian, life was good, and it's been really good ever since, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it's been one heck of a journey. Lots and lots of hard times. So many different things, honestly. So many different things. So many different hard things, so many different weird things, But it's very strange. So I've got some things to say.
Now, would you say that a lot of your growth in your Christian life has come from maybe some of the adversity that you faced over the years?
No doubt. I firmly believe that through brokenness and through trials is, the typical term, I guess you'd say, you really don't learn much unless you do go through that stuff.
That's right.
And you don't get closer, you don't have a better understanding unless you do have those times. And I've had a lot of them, and sometimes I think, is really all it's going to be, But no, it's not all that it's going to be.
Jamie, we've done some podcasting before.
Yeah.
We did a Starbucks Confessional before. And then you were part of a team of guys that we called Knights at the Round Table. And we talked about a lot of issues. You spoke a lot about the importance of marriage, what makes a marriage work, and today you're divorced.
Yeah. It worked. No.
So are you disqualified from podcasting? What you're really saying is that you're inviting people to come along with you on this journey that has thrown you a few curveballs.
Yeah. No, it really has. I mean, I have two boys, 4.5, 8.5. You have to put the half in there. It's very important to them.
Yeah, it is.
So,
I'm 61 and a half.
61 and a half. You don't really want to add the half at that time, but
exactly.
But I really want to take everybody with me on this whole thing. I think you'd be really surprised at some of the stuff I've learned.
You've been pretty surprised.
I've been extremely surprised.
Yeah.
You know, it was nowhere near as hard as I thought, but the life-changing part was a big deal.
Well,
I went through a lot during the marriage, so
Yes.
when it finally ended, it was kind of like, I don't know, well, you know, there it is.
But you know, so many people who are listening right now have gone through that same thing where they imagine their life is going to be at this place and they end up somewhere completely different, which has been true for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. It doesn't feel very good a lot of times. But
you know, the real test of our faith sometimes is, what do you do when life ends up at a whole different place than you wanted it to?
yeah, a lot of people think that, you know, I think more specifically today, if something's too difficult, you got to run. You got to get out of it because it doesn't feel good. So why would you continue on doing something? Now, my marriage did end, friendships and all that stuff, but no, you don't give up. Nowhere in the Bible does it say, well, it's time to give up, you know? Mm-hmm. No, it's perseverance, it's getting through, and because you do persevere, why wasn't my reward after persevering an awesome marriage?
Yeah.
Why wasn't that the result?
Absolutely.
And I will talk about that.
Yeah. So, folks, you're going to enjoy this podcast. Jamie has some things to say that are real life situations. He's been through a lot of stuff. This is real life. This is really what happens to people. And so many times we like to kind of sugarcoat what Christianity is like, but sometimes it's like this. Mm-hmm. And it's, how do you get through when life throws a curveball at you and you don't end up where you expect to be, and you feel like maybe sometimes that God isn't even there, and you question your faith, and you go through all of those things. That's what I want Jamie to talk about, and I know you're going to enjoy this podcast. So, Jamie, they can plan on this many times. You're going to just do it whenever. Mm-hmm. No set schedule. Whenever you have something on your heart, you'll do another podcast.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be at least 3 to 5 times a week.
Okay.
So,
and mostly while you're driving in your car.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the time.
All right.
You know, because I work 2 jobs and
you drive a lot.
Sometimes it'll be from my house because, you know, I'll have one of these moments where I'm all of a sudden like,
an aha moment.
Yeah. I just got to go. I got to talk about something. And then, you know, this will be a good outlet. You'll be. It's going to be controversial at times. It's going to be, you know, high emotion, I guess you could say.
You bet.
But it's not going to be. I'm never going to just haphazardly record something in a state of complete idiocy. You know,
right.
It's going to be.
At least we'll hope.
Well, with you I am.
Yeah,
but,
right. See, there you go.
But, you know, not with the podcast.
Well, folks, you can look forward to this one. It'll be right here on the SIM network, Sanctuary International Matrix. You'll find us on YouTube, and Jamie, those people that are subscribed to YouTube now will get a notice when your podcasts go up. But tune in, listen to Jamie's rants. I think you'll enjoy what he has to say.
But also, I don't wear things like this. This is an interview situation, and
Because you just came from a job interview.
I just came from a job interview, and I am a musician, so I can relate to a lot of people, and it's not like you know, played in a few bands, and I'm not an idiot, you know.
Right. And you're cool, even though you have
it feels weird, you know. This all feels weird.
Especially this shirt right here.
I've known you for too many years.
Oh.
So
See, I can't do that. He falls for it.
yeah, first
Doesn't fall
first
for it.
couple of years it was,
Yeah.
you know, but I promise you, I'm not a suit and tie guy whatsoever.
Yeah. No.
Some of you know me from other things, but hopefully you.
Well, we wouldn't let you podcast if you were. We don't allow ties on this network at all. Anyway, folks, tune in, watch Righteous Rants with Jamie.